Hey everybody, I'm Jesse, and welcome to another edition of Gen X Thinks. And today I'm going to hack on the rest of Western civilization. And for those of y'all in different countries and you don't know our slang terms over here in America, hacking on someone is basically making fun of them or having a laugh at their expense. So that's what I'm going to do today. But before I get into that, I'm going to try to start pointing out American-made products and American companies so we can support them. And none of these products or companies are affiliated with me in any way. They're not sponsors. I don't make any money from this stuff. This is just the information that I am relaying to you. Having said that, I'd like to talk about this. This is Duke Cannon Supply Company, and they make soap, body wash, stuff like that for men. And I've been using this stuff for years now. It's the soap I use. I actually buy it at Lowe's, but you can go online, and I'll put their link in the description if I can, if YouTube will let me. And I'll display it down here on the video. But it's just a soap company, and they also make this. It's like a scrubby thing, but it turns your bar of soap into a soap on a rope, and it's abrasive, so you scrub yourself with it like a scrunchie or a loofah or whatever that's called. But it's for men, and you can. This is very durable. I've had mine for several years, and you just put a new bar of soap in it, replace the bar of soap in it. So it's really fantastic product. I love it. And it's got a green side, which is more abrasive than the orange side here. So it's really cool. I love that stuff. That's what I use. This one, the one I showed you, the scent on this one is leaf and leather. They've got all different kinds of scented stuff, manly scents. This is the one my wife likes, is leaf and leather. And then I'd also like to read to you their about us on their webpage. I was looking through it before filming this video, and I just thought it was really neat thing, so I wanted to share it with y'all. Duke Cannon hails from a simpler time. A time when the term handyman was redundant. A time when chivalry and patriotism weren't considered old-fashioned. When you were never put the word salad next to bar. But something happened along the way. Men were encouraged to put down their lug wrenches and pick up their phones to hashtag for help. Substance was replaced by the flash of guys taking selfies. And instead of getting up before dawn to build railroads, men started going to the gym at 9 a.m. to ride pretend bicycles. As any historian worth their salt will tell you, this country was built by folks with a sense of purpose. And our purpose is simple: to make superior quality grooming goods right here in the USA that meet the high standards of hardworking men. We value things like hard work, family, community, and bacon. We champion builders, creators, sledgehammerers, holders of doors, and fixers of toilets, and we have the utmost respect for teachers and farmers and soldiers and first responders. So there's no wonder good folks feel right at home in Duke Cannon country. And then they also, a portion of their proceeds go to support veterans. So they donate part of whatever, profits they make to support veterans. So that's the kind of company I like to invest in. That's the kind of company that I like to support and give my money to. And I hope that a lot more people feel the same way. So if we can do that, give good people jobs and support our economy. And those of you in other countries, I highly advise that you do the same thing. If you're in Australia, buy Australian. If you're in England, buy English. If you're in Canada, buy Canadian. We're all in this together, but we have to support our home base. You know what I mean? We have to support our local economy. it's the same on every level, from Western civilization all the way down to the smallest town of 150 people. You have to help the people around you. So buying all this stuff from China is not helping us. It's just filling up our landfill with cheap Chinese plastic shit. So, and like as I said before, Duke Cannon is not a sponsor of mine. They might be mad at me for putting them on my video, but they'll have to deal with it. I don't have a sponsor. If anyone's crazy enough to sponsor me one day, I'll let you know. But until then, all this stuff I talk about is completely just monetary free. There's no political or financial gain for anyone, especially me. So back to the topic at hand, hacking on the rest of Western civilization. And I can't do the whole thing, so I'm going to hit a few countries, talk about a few countries. And I've got, for those of you who don't know, I've got quite a few subscribers and even some members of Gen X Thinks from other countries. And we're pretty friendly in the comments and stuff, so I figured I'd just pick on them a little bit, maybe give them a laugh. So this is for the rest of Western civilization, and we're going to start out picking on the Australians. Yeah, you Aussies have a lot of explaining to do over there, down under. Number one, y'all started out, y'all gave us Mad Max and Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife. And Steve Irwin. Crikey, mate. Did you see that? Steve Irwin, me and my brother used to emulate all that. We used to love that Australian accent. And of course, y'all over there in Australia, you don't have an accent. But from America, y'all have an accent. We used to emulate that accent and run around talking like that. As you can tell, all that practice did not help me. So, yeah. Steve Irwin, and probably one of the top 3 Westerns of all time, and definitely one of my top 10 movies of all time, The Man from Snowy River. So they gave us these things like this, right? And now, what do we get from Australia? This. Ray gun. And just watching her in the Olympics made me dumb. Now this is y'all's claim to fame. This is what y'all are contributing to Western society. Thank you, Australia. We really needed that. We really needed Ray gun in the limelight. That's what we needed this year. That's what the world gets from Australia now. From Crocodile Dundee and Steve Irwin to Ray gun. So, yeah, you got a lot of explaining to do. Y'all need your asses beat. You're probably kicking each other's asses right now for over Ray gun right now, blaming each other and all that stuff. But y'all deserve it. Y'all shouldn't have sent that over there to us. Y'all should not have inflicted her upon the world. No, I love Australia. Never been there, but I'd love to go there one day. Y'all contributed a lot to our culture, so you gotta love Australia. Next, we're gonna talk about Norway, Denmark, Sweden. We'll call it Scandinavia. Talk about Scandinavia, Iceland, all that stuff. Now, y'all used to be Vikings, right? That's what we all think about when we think about Norway or Denmark. We think about Vikings. Now y'all are over there, your McDonald's workers are making $22 an hour with all these benefits and everything we hear about, and you're taking care of your senior citizens and your retirees. Now America, we're the barbarians now. Our McDonald's workers don't make enough to eat, so they have to steal from McDonald's. our senior citizens and retirees are sleeping on the streets in their own filth like God intended. Y'all need to Viking back up. That's what y'all need to do. My dream is to see on the news a Viking longship pulling up to the beaches in LA and a bunch of Viking warriors screaming for blood, pounding up the beach, pounding through the surf toward Hollywood. All right, that's that's my dream. I'd love to see that. Y'all can, if y'all take, I'll tell you what, if y'all take Hollywood, we'll give you New York. Yeah, we'll give you New York. And don't listen to Australia, because Sydney ain't shit on New York. We've got New York cops kicking down doors and shooting pets. Yeah, yeah. And while illegal immigrants are assaulting the citizens out on the streets, but our New York cops are shooting pets in people's homes, pet squirrels and stuff. If you haven't heard about that, Norwegians, Scandinavians. So yeah. New York needs some good Viking axe work. So yeah, we'll give you New York. We'll throw New York in, and don't let the Australians talk up Sydney, because Sydney isn't anything compared to New York. New York is woke beyond belief. So y'all can have New York if you take Hollywood. All right. Next up. Now, if the British government and the American government had a baby, and a purple-haired baby, and it was raised by Aunt Grease, okay, and it went to some liberal college and got some nose rings and started raging against the patriarchy and shaved its head, then that baby government would be the Canadian government. Yeah. Canada perpetually lives in 1984. You want thought police? Canada. Yeah, they will lock you up for thinking about posting some shit. Yeah, think about it. Think about posting something bad about Trudeau. Yeah, your ass is going to jail. They don't like truckers. Canadian government. No, they shut down their bank accounts. Yeah, completely like them. Truckers, Canadians probably don't have milk or eggs anymore because the truckers are all destitute. They put them out of business because the truckers dared to speak out against the woke government. So they just shut them down, turned off their bank accounts with a flick of a switch. Yeah, it's always 1984 in Canada. A boot on the face of citizens 24/7 for the rest of their lives. But they do have one good thing that Canadians have is Amish. Canadians have Amish too. So that's what we'll do. You will trade you San Francisco, Canada, for your Amish. Send your good Amish people down here to us, and y'all can have San Francisco. Yeah. That's not quite the home of the woke cult, but it's pretty close. Right? It's right there in it. So San Francisco will fit right in. Germany. My German people. I think I'm about half German or something like that. Somewhere in there, back in my lineage. German, Scottish, and Native American, Nez Perce to be exact. So if that's not a if that's not a mutt for you, which most of us Americans over here are, we're mutts. So Germany. Yeah, I know y'all still feel bad over World War II, but y'all need to get over it. Seriously, y'all need to get over that shit. Y'all don't have to go woke to make up for World War II. All right? Y'all can be just normal people. You can do it. And think about it. Think about what the American government has done since World War II. Our government has made Hitler look like Little Orphan Annie. We've been around the world in perpetual war for the last 80 years. We never stopped World War II. We just moved it. We just move it around. Yeah, we just move. Yeah, Great Britain or, any country, they pull up to America and say, hey, we're going to go kill thousands of innocent people, all right? And you can't ask me any questions about it later. We're just going to go do this. And America's like, whose car are we going to take? They're just on board with every war, no matter why. You don't have a why? That's okay. We're in. Let us over there. We're over there. We don't need a reason. We'll make them up. Weapons of mass destruction. Yeah. We'll just invent stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's no big deal. So Germany, y'all got to quit feeling bad about that stuff, because America has taken over your whole your whole thing about World War II. We've overshadowed that by miles. Yeah. Our government has just stepped on Hitler's legacy and walked right over it. Yeah. No. So y'all can give yourselves a break over there. Start getting some common sense in your government and get back to normal. Abandon all that woke shit. And we don't need it anymore. Let's go back to being men and women and not judging each other. France. Yeah. France, I see you over there. Y'all are quiet. Y'all don't make the news very often unless, I remember a few years ago, maybe a decade ago now, you had a terrorist attack at some concert or subway or something. But since then, nothing comes out of France. I haven't heard anything. And except for this. Yeah, this is what France gave us this year. Ties right in with Australia and Ray Gun. Yeah, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves for doing this, putting this upon the Western civilization, injecting this into our culture. And what the worst part about it is this is what France used to be about. I've read quite a bit about the French Revolution and watched history documentaries and stuff, and that revolution echoed throughout Western civilization. It's still resonating today, I believe, because governments, that's why they operate behind the shadows now, is because of the French Revolution. And because they know if they push us too far, they're going to get another dose of that, right? They don't want the French Revolution again, especially on a wide scale. So that's why everything's all covert and behind the scenes now. They learned from the French Revolution what happens when they piss the people off and they push them too far. They get dragged out into the streets. So we and the rest of Western civilization owes that to France. So thank you, France. Thank you for all this covert behind the scenes shit, all this psyops and misinformation and woke doublespeak and all this stuff. Yeah, I blame it on France. Yeah, we can't blame it on America. We're too busy over there fighting wars for no reason to be. Well, we did have the American Revolution too, so I guess that probably had some impact on it as well. So I can't give all the blame to France, but they get some of it. England, the UK, that's another thing. What the hell? We don't even know what to call y'all over there. What to call your country? Is it England? Is it UK? Is it Britain? What is it? So I find myself using different terms for it. UK, all of those, all of the above. Oh, you over there with your English muffins and stuff. That was one good contribution to the world, is the English muffin. I like the old English muffin. But now you're not too far behind Canada with your 1984 thought police and stuff. They're not arresting you for thinking about it yet, but they're arresting people for daring to protest about illegal immigrants committing crimes. How dare you how dare you ask a question about that? And then I forget who it was or whatever, one of your politicians over there, one of your sheriffs or something, threatened Americans with extradition if we dared post anything about it. So they're even wanting to arrest Americans over here across the damn ocean. So y'all got to tighten up over there. You need to do something. But restrain those damn people from. We don't need them coming over here arresting us. At least Canada isn't threatening to arrest Americans. Yeah. So yeah. Y'all do have some good beer over there. Germany too. I'll go back to Germany. Germany and England, y'all got good beer. So we'll give you that. But you need to take a cue from Greece. Greece has had a conservative party in charge of their government for the last couple terms, and they've got an election coming up in 2027. So we all need to send Greece our best. And hopefully they can continue on with their conservative government. They're basically, unless you want to count us with Trump, they're leading the pack in conservatism over there in Greece. And Greece never gets talked about. So let's do that. They've been in financial troubles for a long time over there in Greece, but they're doing the right thing with their elections. So let's send them our support. Over there in England, y'all need to take a note from America and Greece and get some good conservative politicians in there, or non-politicians, some non-politicians in the government like we have. All right, that's the last of the ones I'm going to pick on today. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you'd like to become a member of Gen X Thinks, I'll leave that link down in the description, or you can head over to the channel page and become a member that way. If you'd like to support the channel directly, you can do so by clicking on that super thanks button down there. I sincerely appreciate that. Thank you very much. Or you can head over to Buy Me a Cup of Coffee and buy me a cup of coffee. I appreciate that as well. Thank you. And I'll put that link down in the description too. If you're interested in Gen X gear, you can head over to Redbubble and check out the stuff we have over there. Gen X Thinks and Gen X branded stuff. T-shirts, coffee mugs, all kinds of cool stuff over there. Stickers, but I'll leave that link down in the description as well. If you can't or don't want to support the channel in any of those ways, you can always do so by sharing these videos on your social media. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much. That really helps, more than you know. If you have any ideas for future episodes of Gen X Thinks, please put those down in the comments, or you can email us in the emails over on the channel page. And as always, stay frosty, Gen X, and I'll see you on the next one.